I swear a lot.
Hello friends and welcome back to Limbus Company, welcome back to Canto 8. Before anything though, they've done something to Red Sheet. They've pulled LCCB Ryoshu on Red Sheet. I wanted to see what's happening with that. The awkward thing is, lads, is it's been so long since I've used Talisman Sinclair that I don't know what the specific changes that they've done. Or if they've even done anything. Maybe they're just refunding everyone for the f***ing sake of it. I'm gonna let you guys let me know on that. Because I actually know nothing, and I'm not keen to sit here and try and act like I do. Let's move on, Jasi Shun.
돌아오셨습니까, 도련님?
I'm sure she's thrilled that we're in this tournament and have beaten the first round. I bet she loves it. Jiren bowed wordlessly in that same detached coldness we sensed earlier. A good sign, I'm sure. She did not seem at all excited about her master's success today, nor did she appear to be concerned about him.
보호도련님께 서신 하나가 도착했습니다.
Mail for you. Nongla's like, thanks.
너무도 확연하게 봉투에 인장이 뜯겨 있다고 생각하지 않나요?
It's gonna be like, we have to check the mail in case there's a fucking bomb in it.
전달하는 것까지가 저의 일일 뿐.
No one said I couldn't read it.
온전한 형태로 지켜야 한다는 건 제 소임이 아닙니다.
That still seems a tad outrageous, but what do I know?
공무 씨, 이분 당신의 시종 맞나요?
괜찮아요. 틀린 말은 아닌걸요?
She's not wrong, and yet it's kind of outrageous. Technically, no one ever said that I couldn't come into your house and pour kerosene all over the floor, but I feel like you'd be upset if I did that, despite you not specifically telling me not to do that. Is Hongler and his house just filled with people who don't quite understand how people and emotions work?
수빈, 일로 와봐. 가령이랑 비석치기를 하기로 했었는데 왜 계속 보이지 않아?
Jared, Jarling promised to let me throw rocks at him, but I can't find him anywhere.
그게 말이죠.
You appear to have emotions at this point, so what happened to you?
그러니까요, 도련님. 지난번에 숫자를 어디까지 외우셨죠?
Can you count to 3?
그때 나랑 수빈이랑 열이라는 숫자까지 배웠지.
Oh, that's 3 times more than we were expecting.
그러면 100밤까지만 자고 나면 돌아오실 거예요. 100이라는 건 10밤 보내는 걸 10번 반복하면 되는 거랍니다.
This is when he poisoned himself on the branch, I see.
와, 그렇구나. 수빈은 엄청 똑똑하네.
Yeah.
자라나면 다 자연스럽게 배우는 것이니까요.
And we definitely learn it like that as well. That's definitely a normal way to look at it.
수빈, 10밤을 10번 넘게 보냈는데 가령은 여전히 코빼기도 보이지가 않아.
He might be DED dead, we're not entirely sure. She seems a lot more dour than she was in the last one.
제가 가령 도련님이 돌아온다고 했었던가요? 100밤까지만 자고 나면 다시 돌아온다고 했어.
Actually, unlike real life, we can just read the receipts, can't we? Then he'll be back after 100 nights sleeps. She straight up said he'll be back. Oh.
100밤 가지고서는 택도 없어요, 도련님.
Try 100 nights.
1000밤은 지나야 할 거려.
That's 100 nights.
꼴을 당했는데.
What did they do to him? I mean, I know the poison branch, but was there something else?
그렇구나. 수비는 역시 언제나 똑똑하네.
Quite dour, though.
가령 도련님은 수년이 지났지만 여전히 몸이 썩어 들어가고 있대요, 도련님.
So he's straight up dead, but did the poison destroy his brain? Because if not, surely they could have done the thing where they bring him back, unless they didn't make a clone of him yet. Maybe you wouldn't do it for a child, because it's probably quite an expensive investment for someone who has not yet gotten to the point where they can contribute to the family. They would probably do it for Bao Yui, because, you know, he's the gem. But for anyone else, prove yourself first, perhaps?
지금은 몸의 절반이 넘는 부위를 쓸 수 없대요.
That's not great.
저번에 내가 시킨 대로 환약을 주었는데도 그러니? 도련님이 주신 환약은 아무짝에도 쓸모가 없었대요.
That's mean.
뇌까지 같이 썩은 거라
Ah.
원래대로 회복될 일은 거의 없다고 다른 식솔들이 말하는 걸 들었거든요.
It did in fact reach his brain.
몸이 전혀 제 기능을 하지 못하는 거예요. 죽는 게 나을 정도죠. 그러니까 이제 헛된 기대는 하지 마세요.
I guess he's gone. Oh, it's actually a sad. Oh, we're actually getting a sad expression. At what point did Honglu lose his emotions?
수비는 언제나 똑똑하네.
관리자님, 그럼 편지를 읽겠습니다.
Executive Manager, it is now time for your 7 p.m. reading session. Hosted by me, Otis, your immediate second. Are you ready? You're usually more attentive than this. Right, yeah, go for it. As I stood there pondering, Otis walked up to the front with the letter in hand.
소드 과장이로군.
Should you really be reading out? Whatever.
여러분, 1차 대전을 합격했다는 소식은 들었어요.
We did, despite the jar monsters and the thumb.
사실은 그 전부터 미리 쓴 편지랍니다. 합격하지 못했으면 이 편지를 받지도 못했을 테니까요.
It would be nice if you had informed us of that fact prior to us getting there.
뭐야?
I mean, she's right.
축하 인사는 접어두죠. 본 게임은 2차 대전부터니까요.
Combat? Please be combat. I want some big fights.
다른 후보들은 이미 2차 대전에 대한 정보를 아마미에 공유하며 작전을 구상하고 있을 게 분명한데.
Let me guess, our orders are now to make an alliance with Jasi Shun? Because if so, I'm gonna find you, Sword. I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite mean words, including such colorful ones as shut up and fuck you, and there are many more.
당신들은 어디에도 끼지 못한 채 고립되어 있다가 숙소로 돌아와 제 편지를 읽고 있겠죠.
You don't, I mean, she's right, but you don't know that for sure.
이 인간 어디서 지켜보고 있는 거 아니야?
No, she just knows us that well.
그래도 안심하세요. 2차전은 여러분에 한해 작전이랄 게 필요 없는
Please tell me it's combat.
난전이자 연전이니까.
Yes! Fighting, and it's an endurance test, which we are well suited for.
항상 하던 대로 싸움만 하면 된답니다.
That's what we do.
당신들이 가장 자신 있는 특기 분야죠?
We are a sledgehammer.
아니,
Wait a minute.
더 자세하게 말하고 싶어도 이 편지는 분명 다른 후보가 속한 세가나 일파가 먼저 뜯어보았을 거예요.
It was literally read by the person who delivered it to us, so yeah.
여러분은 지금까지의 감과 패기로 원하는 걸 얻어내야 하는 겁니다.
Thank you.
다시 한번 말하지만 저희의 목표는 하나니까요.
To have fun.
2등을 하여 황금가지를 얻는다 라는 맥락인 것 같다.
That is correct. But how many people are allowed to get to the end of this competition but still be alive, you know? Because if you didn't pass the first round, you died. Is that going to be the case in the second round? Is it only the third round, assuming there are only 3? There might be more, I don't know. It's a full canto and we're only at like part 8 or something. Is round 3 the round where you're allowed to fail without dying? Or maybe round 2 you're allowed to fail without dying? I don't know. Well, presumably not round 2 actually, because it's not the end. We'll see, I suppose.
그럼 물러가도록 하죠. 아, 마지막으로
One more thing.
편지를 허락 없이 읽은 자들에게는 대대손손 저주가 내릴 것이고 가는 곳마다 불운이 생기며 하는 일마다 망하여.
She could even do curses. The bottom part of the letter's been torn off, huh?
무시무시한 끝맺음이네요.
Well, she knew that people would read it, and she was correct. People did read it.
뭐 2차 심사에 대해 더 아는 사람 없나? 마음만 심란해졌는데.
Combat. Probably combat. I doubt it's against the other candidates. It could be, like an elimination style tournament would be pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure they'll have some, I don't know, soldiers, or they'll have found like Picatulum or something and be like, here, fight these. Fight a ton of them. Keep fighting them. Which means the little Dweebenheimer from round 1 would have never made it past this point.
자세한 규칙은 현장에서 직접 들어보는 편이 제일 정확할 듯하군요.
That's true, that's damn true.
듣는 귀와 보는 눈은 어디에든 숨어 있을 듯하니.
관리자님, 문 앞에서 인기척이 느껴집니다.
There is someone literally with their ear planted to the keyhole of our door.
그건 아닐 거예요.
I think it's Jasi Shun. Oh,
젠장, 다들 무기를 들고 전투 태세를.
To be fair, Zishun would not be stupid enough to attempt this. Despite our rush, the person by the door was none other than Jia Zishun. She wore an expression that we had grown quite familiar with by now, an interesting combination of annoyance and disappointment. Damn.
혹시나 싶었는데 역시나네.
Because we're a massive band of bumbling idiots who are way too strong for our own good. We're too strong for how much intelligence we lack.
이렇게 덥석 문 열어주는 꼴을 보아하니.
Yeah, why not?
근데 저희 서로 말 안 하기로 했던 거 아니요?
You did say you were done talking with us.
우리가 좀 조심성이 없긴 했지.
하지만 저희를 죽이러 올 암살자분들 중에서 노크를 할까 말까 망설이고 있을 만큼 친절한 분은 없을 것 같았거든요.
I need the Discord overlay to fuck off. How do I get the Discord overlay to fuck off? That's true though. I don't think most assassins would hang around the front door being like, should I? Ooh, I don't know.
아까 가주대전에서
There are many things that happened in round one. You'll have to be more specific.
가모랑 원춘 언니 앞에서 일부러 죽는 모습을 내보였지.
Maybe a little. Just a little bit of death.
그리고 다시 살아났던 거고.
It was a very easy way to win the first round. We didn't even have to work for it.
그렇게까지 하는 이유가 뭐야?
Like I said, it was very easy. We barely even had to try.
오빠는 왜 갑자기 가주가 되려는 거야 대체?
Zishun, you know why. We were told to by Limbus. That's why. There's nothing. I mean, unless there is something more to it, there may well end up being something more to it. But as far as we know right now, there is nothing more to it than Limbus said so. Okay.
봐봐, 지금도 누구보다 가주 따위엔 관심 없는 듯한 얼굴을 하고 있으면서
Yeah, we're not even trying to win.
정말 저들이 시켰다는 게 다인 거야?
Hang on, I've got a perfectly brilliant, good idea. I know, it doesn't happen often, but I've got one now. We don't want to win, we want to come second place, so why don't we help Zishun anyway, right? Get her to first place, she helps us get to second place. Ergo, we get Bao, she become Hierarch, everyone win. Except everyone else here, but fuck them. Easy.
시춘, 만약에 진짜 만약에 우리의 목표가 1등이 아닐 수도 있지 않을까?
What if perhaps potentially we weren't trying to be the Hierarch, but we needed something?
그걸 누가 믿어?
There are more useful things here to us.
그렇지, 나라도 안 믿겠다.
I guess that does really sum it up, doesn't it? Why don't they tell her that? Because she wouldn't fucking believe it, because no one would, because the amount of power up for grabs from becoming the Hierarch is so immense that there's no way anyone would believe that anyone wasn't gunning for the top spot.
아무튼 호섭이나 협상을 하러 온 건 아니야. 그건 이제 오빠랑 죽어도 두 번 다시는 안 해.
Then why are you here?
곧 밤이 찾아올 거니까.
It is nighttime.
달빛도 제대로 들지 않을 만큼 어두웠잖아. 오빠 방은.
I still fail to see why you're here.
곧 초대받지 않은 객들이 급습할 거다. 라는 뜻인가?
Now I see the point as to why you're here.
이 상황에서 제일 눈에 가시가 된 오빠를 가만 내버려 둘 리가 없지.
So combat? Didn't they warn us earlier that round 2 candidates prohibited from hurting each other? And then I added on prohibited from being caught hurting each other? Plus, you know, Jia Chu's not allowed to hurt us. But that doesn't necessarily mean he couldn't hire someone to come hurt us. I mean, his Heishu pack, I'm sure, are like too closely associated to him, so, you know, he'd get caught and it would never work. He'd get disqualified. But presumably he has other contacts he can call upon to come give us some trouble. Probably people who live here, like, you know, servants who are also trained to remove problems or cause problems, as it were.
서로를 직접적으로 죽이는 것만 피하라는 뜻이었나?
Indeed.
맞아. 우회적인 경로를 통해서는 어떤 식으로든 상관없다는 거지.
Okay, so he might send his Heishu pack then, because, it's not literally him trying to kill us, right?
그러니 오빠의 시종들도 믿지 마.
Not a soul.
직접 여기로 와줘서 고마워, 시춘.
It was entirely irresponsible though, because you could also be.
내일은 정말로 적으로 만나는 거야.
Do we actually fight each other in round 2?
이제 와서 바뀌는 것도 없을 테지만 내일이면.
Jasi Shun stumbled over her words, trailed off, and then turned around and left as though she swallowed what she wanted to say. I mean, I keep sitting here and being like, well, why are you here then? It's because she cares. It's because she does care, 100%. It's not, you know, it's not up for debate. She clearly cares about Honglu. She's a part of what will make the whole Kanto so fucking tragic, I don't doubt.
사실 아가씨께서 여기로 발걸음한다고 하셨을 때 3번을 말렸습니다.
No more, no less.
저의 위치에서 3번이나 말린 것은 가당치 않은 일이긴 합니다만
And yet,
그만큼 아가씨께서는 쉽지 않은 선택을 하셨다는 걸 알아주십시오.
this won't go well.
실례인 질문일 수도 있지만 그쪽 상황은 좀 괜찮으신가요?
Wait, is everything alright in Zishun's clan? You can talk to us. We're your compares.
최선을 다해낼 생각입니다.
That's a no.
부디 마주칠 일이 없길 진심으로 바라겠습니다.
동감이요.
We also agree that we hope we don't fight you tomorrow.
저들과는 서로 해를 가할 일은 없게 되길 바라고 싶구려.
Also, fighting Zishun would be tough. She's quite strong. I bet Wei's tough too.
뭐 그게 생각만큼 마음대로 되겠냐?
Yeah. But Heathcliff sounded just as uneasy. Okay, so it's a different day because last recording got interrupted, but we're back and we're ready to continue Kanto 8. Yes, we're ready to be attacked in our home, quote unquote. I'm putting my money on Heishu Pack, but I think that's too obvious, so I don't think it will be. But without any context or with a lack of more information, I'm putting my money on Heishu Pack. If it was Night Owls, I'd be fucking thrilled, but I doubt it somehow. Yeah, Gregor's level 55 now. He's ready to fight. He's ready to help. He's ready to be big helpful. That's such a creepy thing to hear when you're trying to sleep.
모든 문은 거세야 하기에 밤은 고요하다. 때가 되었네요.
오감을 곤두세워라.
It's time.
어이, 이 건물에 침입자가 올 수 있는 경로는 어떤 것이 있지?
Find a room where there's only one way in and then go from there. I don't know. Never infiltrated my own house before.
일단 상대 쪽에서 암습을 하겠다고 마음을 먹으면 어디든 가능한 모양이더라고요.
As long as they're willing to put in the effort, they can come in anywhere.
한 번은 침대 밑에서부터 나오신 적도 있었으니까요.
We should probably check that.
그건 진짜 무섭겠네요.
Only kinda. Ryoshu, who was leisurely puffing her cigarette as the sinners were looking around in full alert, suddenly pointed up.
위.
Up. They've been on the ceiling the whole time.
선장, 무언가 내려앉는 인기척이 느껴졌다.
She's so fucking good. Like, I think, you know, obviously everyone's power levels were brought down at the start of Limbus Company and all that, so she's not technically stronger than anyone else, but I think she has the most form and skills out of everyone in the team, right? Like, not stuff that is necessarily 100% relating to level of power, as it were, but in terms of skill and just general awareness. She seems like the most capable sinner. Now, obviously that depends on certain circumstances, right? Like Ishmael would be a lot more useful on the water. She's a sailor, you know. Otis is good at coordinating and leading. Like, it's all different, but in terms of just someone generally in a combat situation, it feels like Ryoshu's the most competent.
아, 천장에 내려앉은 거면 이미 이 방 밖에도 몇 명 더 포진되어 있겠네요.
Oh, for sure, two-pronged attack. Honglu spoke casually as though he was expecting to have them join us for tea or something. May as well.
이야, 감이 좋은데.
This isn't Honglu's first rodeo, not Ryoshu's either. The sinners all whipped around and swung their weapons toward the voice, but the assassin dodged back with ease and began chugging from a gourd in his hand. He's cool. I like this guy.
설마 저 자식 이 와중에 술 처먹고 있는 거냐?
is this absolute weapon drinking on the job?
밤중에 일하러 나온 것도 서러운데 술까지 못 마시면 무슨 낙으로 일하겠나?
Can't argue with that. What is that weapon you're holding? It looks like a twig.
목표는 가복 도련님 하나다. 빨리 죽이고 돌아가지.
Let's kill him quick so we can get back to drinking. With that, the enemies began flooding into the room. Apparently quite a few of them. If it made that much noise. It's basically like the night in the back streets again, but centralized on Hongle's room. It's starting to look that way. How many have we got? 12. Okay, that's not so bad. Isn't that like a third of the night in the back streets that we dealt with? Poed out assailant. I see. Bleed, 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 bleed. Bleed, 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 bleed. Defense level down. The music's pretty good. When hit during the combat phase, plus 10% damage for the turn. When hit during the combat phase on Clash Win, plus 20% damage. Prioritizes Honglu. At 70% HP at turn end, if this unit failed to hit Honglu with a skill, gain 1 attack power down next turn. At less than 70% of the turn end, if it failed to hit, inflicts 1 more bleed and bleed count next turn. Are any of you different? You're furtive. You're furtive. I learned my lesson from the jar people, okay? I need to make sure everyone has the same set of skills. They seem to. Alright, well, they seem capable, but I think we're going to hurt them, and we're going to hurt them quite a lot. The funny thing about playing the purple team is that you could just spam purple and not really have to think about it. Like, there wasn't a lot involved, and it's not a lot involved in the Pride team either. But just amassing, like, Pride Absolute Resonance isn't quite enough to actually achieve a good result. It does help, though.
어머죠.
여긴 맡겨주세요.
이 작살엔 필살의 집념이 담겨있지. 보았나? 적은 이렇게 진리가졌다. 우리의 확고한 승리가 눈앞에 있다. 그렇지 않은 것.
한 점만 노린 깔끔한 헤드샷.
사선이 비었어요.
시야 확보.
잘했군. 한 놈도 남지 않을 때까지 지금을 반복한다. 쉴 새는 없다.
욕적
다음 목표로.
Good effort, lads, but there was never any chance. Unless they have a lot more people and some kind of leader, which they might, you never know, but I doubt it somehow.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Yeah, it's just another fight. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we'll be alright. There are apparently more enemy types on this one though, so maybe I should be a little bit careful, He said with no intent to actually be more careful because overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. So I finally remembered to equip Ego, and now everyone's got Ego. I haven't given Faust Fluid Sac yet, because I'm thinking Thoracalgia might do some insane work with the Pride Poise-based team, but we may get to a fight where I'm like, look, we need healing and we're not getting it, at which point I'll have to give her Fluid Sac. But for now, we'll see if we don't need it. I doubt we're going to need it right now, obviously, but maybe at the end of the fucking Kanto, it might be required to bring Fluid Sac back out.
움직임을 어설지.
어머죠.
여긴
처음으로 숨통이 튀었던 순간을 기억하나요? 저는 지금이군요. 저놈을 추적해!
깔끔한 헤드샷.
모든 것을 쳐부술 거다! 저놈을 추적해!
Good finish from Merceau there. I liked that. That was good. Also, seeing Hong Lu use his blade more when he's out of ammo is cool because it's just like slightly different moves and stuff. And Thoracalgia is pretty fucking neat. It was giving poise, I think, potency based on resonance. So of course we set up a full pride resonance and went for it, and then everyone had shit tons of poise, which is great for damage output, don't you know? Night Ambush 2. The Night Ambushing. We do have a lot of lunacy. But I am also curious, because, you know, we're using Thoracalgia at level 1. Like, can we perhaps bump it up a little bit? Like, we'd get the passive, which is Nebulizer, which just gives more poise potency and poise count, which seems really good. Combat start, gain 1 Nebulizer every time this unit applies 10 poise count to enemies with Nebulizer effects, starting from allies to the lowest HP percentage. Just heal Nebulizer, alpha stack percent HP for... Okay, so it's kind of a healing ego when you get it to level 2. That seems worthwhile. And then at level 3, still the same attack weight, still the same stats, as it were. It doesn't seem like it's a great clashing ego, but it seems like it can do a lot. Of course, if it's a pride resin, then they gain additional poise count as well, and shallow exhale. So this can pretty much just ensure that we have poise, like, all the time. On hit, gain 1 poise count. Deal poise potency plus poise count damage on critical. Yeah, that seems important. Feels like it's needed to make it sing, and then of course this would make it able to clash better. We don't have enough Faust shards though, so it's not happening. Okay, should we do a little extraction though? I know people like those. God knows I do as well. Let's do this thing, and do I have most of these? I swear I think I might have... I might have all of these. Since I got Otis recently. Oh, I don't think I have Gregor. I don't think I have Greg. I don't know, we may as well use it. It's not ever gonna change, so may as well just see if we can get something out of it. There's 2 yellows and 3 reds, I dare say. I'm looking forward to this tournament, which we're gonna see today. You know, I plan to get that far unless the night takes a really long time. I want to at least see the start of the tournament, get an idea of what we're in for before we sign off for the day, and then next time we can properly plunge ourselves into a massive combat session, which I'll really enjoy. But yeah, I want to see who we're up against. I want to see what kind of fucking badasses are wandering around at this hierarch evaluation. Was that my guaranteed one? Oh, hello.
이건 이렇게 쓰여있나 보네요.
Ah, Diichi. Yes, Diichi. Fun. Okay. If only we'd gotten some Faust ego shards, that would have been useful for my purposes. I feel like I kind of want to wait to see what else this Kanto has in it before I commit to... But then again, I'm always going to get more, aren't I? Like... I think the key is to not worry about it too much. I've said this before, right? The key to all of this is to just not worry and just go for shit. So let's just go for shit. See what happens. Maybe we'll get it first off. Maybe we won't get it at all. Who knows? The only way we'll know is to try. I'm not feeling confident by what I see here, but if we can get Faust ego shards, yes, that's very good. Then we could get Thoracalgia up to Type 4 or Threadspin 4, and then it would be useful. And then Faust could be very useful during the battles that we have to face. That will undoubtedly be very difficult, because of course it will be. Why wouldn't it be? All the Kantos since 5, I'd say, have been quite difficult. I should point out that includes 5. Like, 5 had some teeth. The Pekod Village fucking characters rolled high. And we try again. I want those Faust ego shards. That's the only reason I'm spending money. Not literal money. I haven't actually bought any lunacy recently, but the only reason I'm spending my lunacy right now is because I want those sweet Faust ego shards. Thank you, Faust. So you could pass for Faust if you did your hair right. So could you, Heathcliff. And you, Sinclair. And you, Ishmael. And you, Ishmael. Okay, alright. The bit's already overdone. I don't think we're gonna get much, but it's fine. We need more ego shards anyway. Always need more ego shards. Third time's the charm. Let's see what we got. Not looking hopeful, but we'll see. Seems unlikely. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. We have to do some pulls every now and then, even if nothing comes of it. Oh, thank you, Faust. We have to try. If we don't try, then that's boring. That is a Faust. That is actually quite helpful. Because the 2 Fausts for the ego shards. Oh, yep, that's definitely got us Thoracalgia. Okay, good. Helpful. And we'll get a bunch of thread from this when it runs out, so it's all good. Thread spin that Thoracalgia for me. Yes. It is a bit of a waste, but I can see a situation in which I set up like the perfect fucking Pride Resonance to use Thoracalgia, which will really turn the tide of battle, and then she fails the clash because it doesn't clash very high. That combined with full Pride Absolute Resonance should ensure that in most cases she wins with Thoracalgia, even if she's not like flipping coins too hot. Should be alright. Unless it isn't, at which point, lol, Lamau, the sinking, right? Night Ambush 2. Large Podao Assassin. Did we fight a large one last time? I don't remember seeing one. Then again, I wasn't paying attention after a certain point. I was just getting through it. I guess we did fight one before, or it wouldn't be showing up here. But an unknown enemy as well. That's interesting. Maybe they have a leader of some kind. I am confident that if slash... Hello? Are you just hanging about, mate, having a drink whilst all your men die? Lads, haven't you killed him yet? I'm getting to the bottom of my gourd.
이전 사이와라는 놈도 그렇고 이자들 생각보다 우리를 허접하게 계산하는군.
We are frequently underestimated. Sometimes we deserve it, though.
이 정도 숫자로 우리를 전복시킬 수 있을 거로 생각했나?
Of course, this will lead to us overestimating him, where he's like, nah, this is just to wear you down. I've got something in mind.
골 아프게 소리 지르기는 자신의 사고 뭉치하고 비교하면 마음이 좀 아프단 말이지.
Oh, sure, you guys are real business.
조심하세요, 오티스. 저자는 동행한 자들과는 전투력에서 큰 차이를 보입니다.
Ooh, a boss fight, you say?
혼자서 여유를 부릴 이유가 있다.
Okay. Okay.
소속과 이름을 밝혀라.
Hang on, there's something I wanted to do. I keep forgetting to do this. I'm going to turn down the BGM. Because sometimes in cutscenes we can barely hear the characters' voices. I love PM and I think they do a lot of things really well, but they really need to get their audio balancing sorted because some of these, like when you've got everything up to 100%, which is what a normal person does when playing a game, you don't typically fuck with the sound options unless, say, you want to listen to a podcast in the background or something. You can barely hear characters' voices over the music sometimes. And I love the music, but they need to think about this a bit more, I think, because this has been a problem for a long time. Now, I know I've raised a small complaint here, so I will get people running in screaming at me how I'm wrong and PM never do anything wrong, but I stand by this. Audio balancing is something they should work on. I'm not perfect at it either if you've seen some of my fucking videos. The pot is in fact cooling the kettle black here, okay? I'll put my hands up on that 100%. But just because I do it as well doesn't mean PM can't work on it. You know, I'm gonna work on it too. I'll make a deal with you, PM. If you work on it, I'll work on it, okay? We'll do it together. It'll be cool. But jokes aside, yeah, the audio balancing is a bit shit sometimes in these cutscenes.
이 바닥에서 그런 걸 읊어댈 사람이 있겠어? 될 이름도 소속도 없지.
It would be nice if you did, though. It would be a real cool guy thing to do. I figured after a few drinks, you might be more willing to share your identity with us.
그렇게 오래 살아오니 멋대로 붙여진 이름은 있긴 하지.
That is as good as a name, though, isn't it, in this business? Like, if you get a title by which to identify you, then that basically acts as a name. There is a way for people to identify you.
한 손에는 술병을 들고 나타나 야음 속으로 사라지니. 세상에서 쥐수 야객이라 부르더이다.
The Night Drifter of the Drunken Palm! That's a cool name. I approve. Is the Night Drifter? He is here. Okay, so this is an actual fight. Frontal Swirl, 5 bleed, power +1, Swig. Max stack 5. At 3 stack, heal 3% HP. Core. At 5 stack, gain 3 attack power up and 2 fragile next turn. Okay. He's literally using a stick. I was right. He does use a stick. That's interesting. How's he bleeding us with a stick? That means he must swing it really fucking hard. You can cut anything if you swing hard enough. Gain 5 shield for every swig on self. Gain swig equals the number of enemies targeting this unit. Right. A 50% HP, recover from stagger and end this turn. Fix this unit speed to 10 next turn. Prioritize Honglu. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Yes. Okay, well, we're gonna have to think about how we're going to do this. Everyone's targeting Honglu, and he's the fastest. Oh, that's a problem. That's an amnesia problem. Honglu is getting targeted by everyone. Given the situation, I think the best thing to do would be to get rid of his mates as quickly as possible. I know I'm not blowing anyone's mind with that analysis, but it is applicable, no? Start with them, and I'm going to go for the bullseye straight away because we're not going to have a lot of ability to control who gets hit by what unless we use Durante. So I figured just go for it. Hit him as hard. As soon as we clear these 3 out, the better this will go, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes. Oh yes, well done. It's a good start. That went very well, surprisingly. It's going well, Doing damage. Getting countered, which sucks, but still hitting them. You have to be careful about Ishmael. She's marvelously fucking fragile in this identity. Oh, Honglu's just killing it all day. Oh my god, Honglu just can't stop. He's just too good. This is probably a lot more difficult if you aren't using a Honglu identity with evade, huh? That is such a pitiful amount of damage for a hyperpolarization round. 24! Oh, that was awful. That hurt. That was painful to watch. I knew it would be significantly less. Like, I'd been setting up Heathcliff a lot of times before. I didn't think it would be that bad. I also forgot that Heathcliff has a lot of abilities that allow him to build up speed. And I forgot. So I could have actually played around with it for quite a while before unleashing the round, but I didn't consider it, so, oh well. That should result in a situation where they won't even get to clash, because I'll probably be staggered. You swing at them. I want to land some staggers as soon as possible. Ah, Don Quixote, this was not... okay, no, you did it. All right. You know, good job. Kudos. Actually worked out quite well. She's a good little egg, as it turns out. This is of no surprise to anyone. I was hoping for a stagger. Ow. This should do it. There we go. 2 staggers. A failed dodge, which means the rest of the attacks are going to go through. That also hit. At least we get a counter. That works too. Oh, I forgot to contest Waterfall. Probably should have done that. Yeah, oh, Honglu. I thought you were going to dodge most of this. Honglu, he's been severely wounded. Does it actually constitute the end of the fight? Yeah, it does. I think. Is that the end of the fight? I was gonna say, okay, it never said that it wasn't like Kanto 6 where it specifically said that if Heathcliff was defeated, the fight would end. It never stated that Honglu losing would cause us to fail, although I bet it's the EX condition. I didn't check it. It wouldn't surprise me. But that is interesting. Just because that's not the end of the fight doesn't mean this is going well, you know? May as well just go for it, I suppose. That is a lot of our potential power removed, which is not brilliant. We need to beat Waterfall. I'm sick of... Although, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's getting 3 attack power up. That's kind of insane. We need to deal with Waterfall. That will also hurt his friends, assuming she succeeds, which is actually a big if. Focus on killing one. Ah, I forgot about you. Ah, I forgot about you. Ah, I forgot about you. You wouldn't win. Okay, don't worry about it. You deal with them, and you do some damage on them. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Might lose this first time round. At least you gained some SP, that's what matters. He doesn't actually have a lot of health, so... Oh, he's quite strong, though. That +3 attack is doing him a lot of favors. At least he's not dead. Good job, Yi-sang. I love you. I do. Oh boy, that's not even close. Oh, that's not even close. Youch. Thorakalia, come on! I need to. No. I thread spun it for nothing. No reason for this. The stagger helps. He healed from his swigs. Oh boy. It is a situation, isn't it? The problem is the next substitute after Gregor is not particularly great, if I remember correctly. I think it's Otis and she's like level 40 something. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna have to be sparing with his ammo. It is pretty funny though when you fight a fight and then halfway through it you realize that you've made it more difficult. It wasn't that hard in the grand scheme of things, but the way you've conducted the fight has actually made it more difficult than it needed to be. If you can get a Claim My Bones going, that could be pretty good. Yeah, you know, that could work out. Foregone conclusion. I think you'll hurt him quite a lot if you land it. There's a lot of ifs in this, you know. A lot of... I did break through his shield. That's quite good. Yi-sang is as reliable as ever. Still remains one of the best IDs in the game, I swear. So good. It's up to the Blade lineage now. Full Stop has kind of failed. It's time to claim their bones. Claim their bones. Claim their bones. He can't stop you. Well, I mean, you're not claiming his bones, but you're still winning, so that's good. You not taking damage is fine by me. I forgot how cool Gregor is. What a fucking Chad. Okay. It's going a lot better now. You can do that. And then I want a bit of Fell Bullet going in as well. And then how would you feel about doing that? And we've got full absolute Pride Resonance. And with all the benefits that should provide. Oh my god, Faust, please. God damn it. One heads coin, I beg you.
처음으로 숨통이 튀었던 순간을 기억하나요? 저는 지금이군요.
That's some decent damage. It killed one. You're gonna get countered though. Ugh, somehow she didn't stagger. Come on, follow up. No follow up? Really? With full Pride Resonance? Oh, okay. Okay, good. I think it was clashing with the count. Well, all right, because it ends the turn when he gets to a certain level of health. What an annoying fuckhead. HP does not drop below 1 before this skill ends. Great. Thanks. Unopposed. Oh, it's targeting Faust, and Faust doesn't have any... Well, Faust, you've literally got one option. And that's to guard. You have no other option, I'm afraid. And in the meantime, just absolutely smack him. Just get him. Just get him good. Just get the getting gun done good. Go. Go get him. She's not dead. In fact, she came out of that relatively alright because she had a lot of poise, which gave her a lot of guard. Also, the attack just wasn't that dangerous. Beautiful. Not a lot of damage, but it does refresh his ammo, which we actually need now. Oh, hello. Because him running out of ammo isn't going to make Honglu any better because Honglu ain't here. So,
이 작살엔 필살의 집념이 담겨 있지.
A lot of damage, but I probably should have focused on taking them out, frankly. Nebulizer is helpful. Faust is out at the moment, though, but we've still got 6 people, so we can clash everything. He's getting his bonuses, though, because Swig is at max. It's almost as if I should have done something about that. Maybe the point was that I did something about that. I don't know. The game's just not really making it clear to me, guys. I feel like they need to work on how they telegraph these things, because I'm just not getting it. If only there was some kind of section with passive attributions in them that told you what would happen when certain things happened. Oh, they should fix that for the next cancer. I can only be so sarcastic before I think people just get annoyed with me for being too sarcastic rather than actually believing what I'm saying. Yeah, this seems alright. Keep hitting them with Fell Bullet. It's a useful little pride ego attack to have. Of course, in a battle where we actually have Hong Lu and don't lose him straight away, we would just let Heathcliff run out of ammo because it will allow Hong Lu to become stronger. And then when Heathcliff comes in at the end, if it goes on for that long, we would be using Fell Bullet to just keep refreshing his ammo to make sure he has it. Oh, you fucked up now. Yes, 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 yes! Fucking gorgeous. You might die. You did. You might die. You did not. Apparently that was a victory. Apparently we weren't supposed to kill him. Okay, good. Did I get any X for it?
이젠 네 놈만 남았다.
I don't think he's gonna die. He has too much je ne sais quoi.
주인도 지키지 못한 주지. 이상하리 마치 당당하군.
It's true. Hong Lu is dead. He doesn't know that the sinners can come back from death. You would think he would have... Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he would have been privy to what happened behind the curtain.
뭐, 보옥도련님의 목숨을 취했으니 여기서 빠지는 편이 좋겠지. 뇌까지 확실히 뭉개두었기도 하고.
So he's also pretty good at his job because he knows, like, right, it's not enough to kill them, I need to destroy the brain. Like, this is becoming a reoccurring thing in the counter, of course, but it shows his competence.
내 밑에서도 좀 배우셨으면 비슷하게는 싸워봤을 것을.
Real shame. And the intruder disappeared from the room without another word. And after a brief break, I revived the dead sinners. Sinner, it was just Hong Lu.
대체 어떤 가문에서 보낸 건지.
So I'm guessing, don't know for sure, but I'm guessing they stack the deck in such a way where it's highly likely that Hong Lu will be killed, but I'm also guessing you can totally win that without Hong Lu being killed. Like, I'm almost certain you could, because I feel like I was kind of on the way, but then there was just like a couple bad rolls or whatever. But yeah, that's totally possible.
아까 그 가치우라는 놈이 보낸 거 아니야? 눈빛 여전히 살벌하더만.
It could have been anyone to the point where it almost doesn't matter, because there's not a lot we can do about it.
아까 홍루 씨를 보고 눈빛이 살벌했던 자들이 어디 한둘이었나요?
Practically the entire room was. You're very popular, my friend. Did you enjoy having your brain smashed?
야, 괜찮냐? 혹시 정신이 획가닥한 거면 후딱 다시 시계 돌려달라 해.
Oh, don't worry, Heathcliff. This is pre-clock turning brain damage. It's fine.
아니요. 조금 생소해서요.
Oh?
원래는 여기서 습격이 있을 때마다 이 건물이 한없이 넓기만 하다고 생각했었거든요. 그런데 여러분들이랑 있으니까 이렇게 또 북적거리는 공간도 없네요.
Who'd have thought that being the target of assassination with your friends could feel so fulfilling?
그게 무슨 일이야?
I'm not quite getting the joke, Hong Lu. You want to elaborate?
뭐 우리가 있으니까 든든하다는 말 아니겠어?
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. That was a fun fight. I liked it. Fucking Night Drifter's a badass. I love him.
검을 잔뜩 휘둘러 버렸네. 이 정도로 상쾌하고 개운한 기분이면 그 고리타분한 이야기도 웃으며 들을 수 있겠지.
I can't tell if that's the EX type. Yeah, it is the EX, yeah. I'm guessing he's supposed to die then. Or it's just not. Yeah, just clear within 10 turns. Alright. Yeah, I'm sure some of you must have managed to clear that without Hong Lu dying. Like, that's totally possible. Unless it then does a cutscene at some point where it forces his death. Or maybe when you get him down to a certain level of health, that cutscene starts to play, and then he does the animation on Hong Lu, kills him, and then goes, well, I've killed the young Bao Yui, so I'm off. Bye-bye. Because it's like a canon event. Presumably we'll run into the Night Drifter later and he'll be like, but I killed you, what the fuck? And you know, he'll be really salty about it. Be very funny. I need to level up Otis quickly though. She's not a good enough backup at the moment. She's only level 46. Due to uptight, what would your defense skill become? It would become Pride, which, would be super useful. Yeah. We'll want to uptight for her once we get her to level 50. I don't have the resources for it at the moment, but when I do, oh boy.
도련님, 떠나기 전 여하차를 다렸는데 드시겠습니까?
Hey, I can't leave the house in the morning without a nice cup of tea.
안 마시겠다고 해요, 홍루 씨. 어제 편지 뜯어졌던 거 잊었어요? 아무도 믿어서는 안 된다고요.
But Ishmael, it doesn't matter. If the tea kills him, we'll just bring him back.
저는 괜찮아요. 내와줘, 스빈.
And Honglu's like, I can't help it. I just love tea.
네, 도련님.
Honglu sips Zirin's tea and then falls over. Ishmael, the only person we have to worry about being assassinated is Dante. And Dante can't drink tea. So who cares?
그러다가 혹시나 차 안에 무슨 독이라도 있으면 아무리 단테 씨가 계신다 해도 너무 무모하잖아요.
To be fair, someone who knows us well enough, and Ishmael might be taking this into consideration, might poison one or more sinners and then launch an attack, knowing that they just need to get to Dante. So if they can incapacitate a sinner before Dante can turn the clock, that's suddenly 11 people they need to take down instead of 12, which is a big difference.
단테님이 계셔서 아무 생각 없이 마신 것은 아니랍니다. 그랬다면 단테님이 공연이 아플 일이 늘 테니까요.
That's kind of you, Honglu.
그저 스빈이 이렇게 무뚝뚝하게 되었어도 스빈은 스빈인 채니까 문제 없을 거라고 생각했어요.
That's naive but sweet. That's when I realized that Zirin's odd change of character was reminiscent of those we'd seen earlier in the back streets of District 8. Zirin went through a lot of revivals, didn't she? Ah.
맞아요. 제 가장 가까운 시종이라 값비싼 생명보험에 들었었거든요.
So perhaps the more times you're... being revived multiple times dulls your emotions? So when you say Zirin's still Zirin, you mean her memories are intact?
생명보험은 기억 자체를 건드리지는 않으니까요.
Okay.
하지만 점점
You'll slowly...
풍화되어 간다고 해요. 그리하여 기억은 거센 바람과 비에 깎여나가는 바위처럼 서서히 작아지고 흐려지고 마침내 형태조차 남지 않게 되죠.
So you kind of lose yourself over time.
아, 한때 그러한 모양의 바위가 있었구나 라는 느낌만 들 뿐인 거예요.
So does this relate to how Honglu's the way he was? He is even, but that's different. You can see a clear difference between Zirin's behavior and Honglu's behavior. Like, yes, Honglu has this very muted sense of, like, emotion and is just very tranquil and all that. Like, tranquility is the word to use, I think, like we said before. But it's different. Whatever's happened to Honglu, whatever Honglu's deal is, it is different to Zirin's. I don't think it's the life insurance. If it turns out it is, then fair enough. But if the game goes, haha, surprise, it's not that, I'd be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I feel like we're already setting it up that it would be something different. Interesting.
하지만 전 그 느낌만이라도 스빈에게 따뜻한 기억으로 남았으면 좋겠어요.
Is she still standing here and can hear every word you're saying? Because I suppose you could get an immediate answer that way. And she's like, I guess. I don't know. Master Jar, I just work here. Shuren quietly cleared away the tea set. We could not tell if she had heard Honglu or if she cared at all if she did. Regardless, we left her to her job and made our way to the palanquin that was waiting to take us to the round 2 venue. Oh boy!
사활을 건 전쟁을 앞두고 있을 때 가장 먼저 해야 할 것은
It is advised to paint yourself with various colors. We here in Britain, back like 1,000 years ago or more, loved to paint ourselves. It was either blue or pink, I can't remember. Maybe both. And then the Romans were like, lol, Mao, and curb stomped us, you know. Normally, most sinners would have laughed Otis off for being overdramatic, but today they were all listening intently to her every word. I suppose that was 2,000 years ago, actually, not 1,000 years ago, but long enough ago for it to have been long ago. We've already had several close run-ins with the candidates and their factions, and we're thinking we could probably do some serious battle tactics, you know. And even the formidable Heishu pack. Those experiences were more than enough to convince us that this was the time to take her seriously. Don't fuck up!
주적의 정보에 대해 알아내는 것이다.
Yes, but who is our primary foe? Is it Xiachu? I suppose.
우리에게 제일 위협이 될 만한 적.
Okay, I guess that is Chu, yeah.
간시오.
Mm-hmm.
그자에 대해 아는 대로 정보를 말해보도록.
He's big and he has a sword and he doesn't like Honglu. Okay, good. Right.
잘린 사람의 목을 들고 아무렇지 않게 경고한다거나
So he's not squeamish, likely a frontline fighter.
저희와 시춘 씨 쪽을 가주대전에 아예 참가하지도 못하게 술수를 쓰려 했다거나
So he's not above underhanded tactics either.
자로라는 강한 흑수, 자공이라는 책략가를 두고 있는 것도 알고 있어.
And he surrounds himself with good staff. Okay.
더군다나 어제 보낸 자격도 그 사람이 보낸 것 같지 않아?
We have no proof of that though.
네, 여러모로 서로 견제를 해야 할 인물은 확실한 것 같네요.
But alas, no one believes that we don't actually want to win, so we have to fight like we're trying to win, I guess.
아시다시피 이곳 대관원은 오래전부터 존재해왔던 가씨, 사씨, 설씨, 왕씨의 네 가문들이 이끄는 곳이랍니다.
Yup.
제가 태어나기 전부터 이곳에는 수많은 권모술수와 비명 행사가 오갔고 지금은 가시가가 4대 가문 중 제일 큰 영향력을 차지하고 있죠.
If a non-Jia managed to win the hierarchy evaluations, that could change.
그 덕에 저는 조금 더 부유하고 편안하게 모두가 부러워하고 우러러보는 삶을 살 수 있었던 거고요.
So he was especially rich even among the rich, which probably made them all quite jealous.
그리고 치우 형님은 그 바닥 아래에 있었어요.
That's interesting. Why? Also, that confirms that he was not the child in that flashback, so that's good.
바닥? 무언가의 비유요?
A metaphor, perhaps.
비유가 아니라면 바닥 아래에 있었다는 것은 누가 떠밀었다는 소리처럼 들리는군.
It could be both.
네, 많은 손들이 벼랑 끝으로 밀어냈으니까요. 그러다가 결국엔 발 디딜 공간 하나 없어지게 되어 형님에게 남은 건 낙하뿐이었죠.
The question is why.
치우 형님은 멸문한 공씨 가문의 마지막 남은 후손이에요.
That's why. Is the Kong family the one who came before that were wiped out by the head?
분명 성이 가시 아니었는가?
He's an adopted son, I assume.
어머니 쪽이 공가의 분이셨거든요.
Ah.
그런...
아마도 그 사람을 밀어낸 손 중에는 제 것도 있었을 거예요.
Pretty hard to do that sat in your room, but it's metaphorical, I get it.
저는 홍루 씨가 그럴 만한 분으로는 보이지 않는데요.
I feel like it's been established by this point that Honglu is a fairly... perhaps not intentionally, you know, not vindictive as such, but fairly callous, or maybe just indifferent to the worries and concerns of the people around him at the time. And I wouldn't necessarily say he's overly caring now. He is fairly caring, you know, he shows concern for the other members of Limbus, but definitely not when he was a child.
애써 덮어주시지 않아도 괜찮아요.
I'm perfectly good at making my own excuses, thank you.
할머니와 어르신들의 어여쁨이 있었기에 형제 자매들의 시기 질투가 따라온 것이고 까마득히 높은 건물이 있었기에 그 바닥 또한 생기는 것이 당연지사.
I see.
숨어들어도 벗어날 수는 없으니 받아들일 생각이랍니다.
Good for you, I suppose. Honglu remained placid throughout that entire reveal, as though he was making some innocent commentary about the weather and the clouds going by.
엄지와 붙어먹은 것, 그것들도 경계해라.
Yeah, that could be a problem. It was Ryoshu who appeared more agitated than he was.
엄지? 아, 그때 그 떡대요?
That walking brick shithouse. Their British slang's getting better. I don't know if British shithouse is actually specifically British. I think that's just more an overall English language parlance.
뇌횡.
유독 경계한 에류슈? 원래라면
I don't think trying to pry into Ryoshu's backstory is going to get you anywhere.
강하니까.
It's because he's powerful. Silence descended in the palanquin.
류슈가 누구 보고 순순히 강하다고 한 거 들어본 사람?
No, which is concerning actually. No one replied. He's probably quite strong. Well, we're already pretty sure he's stronger than Ricardo. Isn't that enough? He's also more volatile. Dayu. Oh, is this Honglu's friend from childhood?
2차 심사장소의 입구에 당도하였습니다.
Oh boy. We found ourselves at some kind of deep subterranean arena with multiple lifts installed inside it, yes. Some contestants were already rising on those lifts, but most of them had elected to remain down here to quietly and furtively discuss their strategies. As for us, we were slowly getting used to our presence, drawing the attention of every single person in the room the moment we entered.
참가자분들은 각자 승강기를 탄 후 위로 올라와 주시면 됩니다.
Time to ascend with Gorb.
그럼 저희도 탑승할까요?
Can't we discuss strategies first, like everyone else did?
너무 눈에 띄는 것 같은 느낌이라 얼른.
But we were stopped by a voice calling us.
오라버니,
Ah, you look cool. I like black and blue. It's a good color scheme. Hello, friend.
대역.
Deo.
그간 안녕하셨나요?
Have well been indeed. I'd seen a child who looked just like her a few times in Honglu's memories. I remember her beaming at Honglu as she made a mound of petals with one hand. But now she looked on at him without a discernible emotion, a spear in the very same hand. Weird that we didn't see you in the first round.
대역. 네가 가주대전에 참여하게 될 줄은 몰랐네.
And yet here we are.
잊으셨나요, 오라버니? 예나 지금이나 저희 집안은 누군가의 밑에 있어야만 건사할 처지였어요.
Oh, I see. She's not participating as such. She is in the faction of a participant. Bao Kai's or Bao Chai's clan, yeah. Specifically your fiance's clan. How do you feel about that?
지금은 설씨 세가에서 칼을 쥐고 있을 뿐입니다.
그렇구나. 보천 누나 내에서.
네. 그러니 앞으로도 남은 날 동안은 다른 사람을 위해 싸우다 죽게 되겠죠.
Sounds fun.
대역.
It's the only time we've seen Honglu actually react in some way. Honglu took a step toward her, but she raised her hand and pushed him away. It was not a threat, but her gesture carried such implicit resoluteness that it brought Honglu to a stop.
대역. 나는 곧 대관원을 떠날 거야. 어르신들께서 세상에 나가 좀 더 많은 걸 경험하고 오라 하셨거든.
I'm gonna go, I don't know, mope around the city for a bit.
떠난다고요? 대관원을?
Yup.
결국 제게는 그날의 어떤 답도 해주시지 않은 채로 이렇게 떠나시는군요.
She was his bodyguard?
왜 계속 그렇게 웃고만 계시는 건가요?
Can he literally not stop doing the placid smile?
부디 다시 돌아오지 않기를 바라겠습니다.
Leave forever then, I guess.
한때는 정답게 지내는 인연이었지만 모든 건 공연한 일. 지금은 하늘에도 땅에도 얽매임이 없고 이 마음엔 기쁨도 슬픔도 남아있지 않아요.
That doesn't sound great.
꽃이 필 때는 그것이 사랑스럽지만 시들어지게 되면 슬픔만 더하게 되니.
The Blade of Woe? Are we stealing lines from Oblivion now? Come on.
차라리 처음부터 만나지 않는 편이 좋았을 터.
And yet, it did.
너는 언제나 듣기에 어렵고 슬픈 말을 하는구나.
But I just can't stop doing my placid little smile.
제 장례는 일찌감치 치렀고 뒤늦게 오라버니께 인사라도 드렸으니
For the final time.
부디 이곳에서 서로 죽을 때는
Okay. I guess we're all just gonna die here. Cool.
형체도 남지 않게 되는 한 줄기 연기가 되어 바람에 흩날리게 되길 바랄게요.
I think she's gonna be a difficult boss fight. With that, Dayu walked away from us, leaving everyone feeling generally dejected and a little confused.
아, 여러분들께는 소개를 미처 못해드렸네요.
I suppose so.
어렸을 때 잠시나마 인연을 맺었던 아이랍니다. 지금은 보다시피 좋지 않은 상황에서 제외하게 되었지만요.
You were an absolute artisan at understatements, Honglu.
누군가의 호의로 이곳에 왔다 함은
Of his fiancée, no less. Means that we'll be enemies the next time we meet. Yi-sang trailed off without vocalizing that sentiment and sighed.
인연이란 건 이토록 제멋대로 달라지는 것이니까요.
So fickle. Honglu muttered with a faint hint of loneliness as we entered the grand lift enclosed by 4 pillars. The lift rises ploddingly, much like me when I wake up in the morning. When I looked down, I could see the other candidates still waiting for their lifts, looking up at us, the candidates whose fates may or may not intermingle with our own in this battle. Everyone's favorite corpse-raising lad. And Honglu's just like, I miss that guy. He makes such good jokes. Someone screams bitterly from beneath us, but the lift does not stop.
홍루군, 우리가 앞으로 만나게 될 자들은 전부 악인인 건가?
I don't know if we're villains as such.
저들에게는 저희가 악인인 것이겠죠?
Everyone's a villain to someone.
그렇다면 저희에게도 저들은 악인 것일까요? 의미 없는 분별이네요.
Well, it's not really a good versus evil situation. It's just everyone competing for a prize.
분명한 건 앞으로 만날 자들 중에서는 적과 아군을 구분하는 것만큼 의미 없는 짓은 없을 거예요.
It seems like it can change very quickly. It seems that we finally arrived at our destination as the lift slowed down. Somewhere in Hongyan. Oh, wow. We were greeted by a sight that at first glance appeared as though it belonged outside, but we were still clearly within the confines of Hongyan. Underneath the blue sky were 2 metal gates leading into a massive looming structure. Red lights flickered ominously around the building.
이 넓은 공간을 건물 바깥처럼 꾸미려면 도대체 돈을 얼마나 쏟아부었으려나요?
Yeah, you can see the walls and the ceiling. But it's been made to recreate. This is basically like a fucking, what's it called? What's that stupid game called? What was it, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds or something? Like your fucking, what are they called? Battle Royales and shit? They've basically made their own Battle Royale arena.
가조 심사 2차전.
Round 2. A disembodied voice echoed from the speakers with a buzz.
시작.
Begins right now. Just start fighting. The door to the lift that carried us up here closed shut.
이곳이 어디인지.
Oh.
와본 적 있는 곳이야?
He's probably watched a hierarch evaluation before.
여기는 옛날에 공씨 가문이 운영하던 구 H사의 터랍니다.
Ah, and I was right about the Kong family as well.
아직 그때의 상처가 채 아물지 않은 곳일 텐데 이제 새로운 피가 또 덮어지려나요?
Huh. We are surrounded by the loud and crowded bustle of the teeming audience. Is Honglu smiling still, as he always has since our first meeting? I turn around to face him. Oh, there's a head. Huh. Only to see a much younger Honglu. The deep sorrow in the child's eyes was about to overflow, as if he were ready to burst into tears. What the fuck are you meaning by all that? What does that mean? Lad. That's a hook. That's a fucking hook. Where are we going next? Oh, here. A mid-canto dungeon? That's fun. I like that. I like that. That's a good way to switch things up. But alas, that will be next time, friends. Probably because it is in an entire dungeon, and I can't do that today. I don't have enough time. But oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the second round's gonna be fun. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot to do in that fucking dungeon. Even if it's just a small dungeon, not a big dungeon, there's still, I can tell, a lot that's gonna happen in round 2. That's exciting. I want to dedicate the next recording to doing that dungeon in its entirety because that's exciting. But this Kanto's fucking going along so far. This is fucking interesting. I'm liking it. I'm glad I jumped on it sooner rather than later because... Although I'm actually not sure if I'm glad of that because I noticed there are only 33 parts, which means we're going to get through it and be like, cool, now it's going to be an eternity until the next thing and we'll all just sit dejectedly. Whereas I could have just finished doing City Ride Revolt and then come here and done it and then wouldn't have had long to wait until the next thing. But if I had done that, I might have gotten spoiled on it, so swings and roundabouts. Either way, I'm having a good time. Hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to our members and patrons, Miscreant, Rakuriku, Crescent, Sonny the Horse, Lila Fire the Hexire, Bistalanchi, Mighty PH, Ensistora, E, Lanthelion, Gage Donaldson, Ultraman, Saga, Jack, Ninja Dog, Ember Fox, Grand Captain General Peace, Me Bad Beanbag Tussle, Malignant Humor, Cuds, Canis Mario, Poe, Portrait Prek, Lifesteal, Mega Mr. Z-Man, Uncle of a Name, Summer Cat Flanny, Painted Dragoon, Lip Potatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Moa, Heartland, Harrick J, Dresso, Sion Distance, Lol, Etherbin Linky, Xeon Cedar, Bimboard, Alkia, Honeydew, Sweet Baby Red, Just Kitty, Plutonium Pie, Jimmy Ghost, Lullaby, K-Bub, Magical, The Frostbite, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800. Force for me on YouTube and on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. I wonder if the Night Drifter will come back. It'd be cool if we fought him again in the dungeon, but I also want to see new, wacky, and crazy characters with strange stuff that they do. I'm hoping we fight Pan, because I bet he's fucking scary, and that'll be fun. But I want to fight Shu, but that's probably at the end of the canto, but I want to fight him now. And there are so many people I want to fight. Not necessarily want to kill, but I want to fight. This tournament arc's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching, and whatever happens next time, hope I see you there. Turtles, goodbye.